Hello friends, today I will continue the logistic regression. This is a part 2. Last day I just discussed how logistic regression algorithm works, how it predicts the output. You can remember in the last session I have shown you that like in logistic regression, first is it calculates the raw score of the output, and then it applies the sigmoid function to convert the real probability value. But I have not shown you how raw score get calculated. Today I just going to show you how the raw score get calculated. So what is raw score or Z value? So think of Z as an overall score calculated by the machine learning model. Model asks like based on all the features, how strongly do I believe this customer belongs to a class 1? If you can remember, last day I have shown you that the bank loan related data, whether one customer uh, will be defaulter or not. So I'm continuing with the same example. So that's overall score is called the raw score. And obviously I told you that it is not a probability. Apply the if we apply the sigmoid function, then we'll get the actual probability value. So here in the loan default prediction, here a bank want to predict will the customer default on the loan, yes or no. This answer we want to get from the logistic regression model. Yes mean 1 and no mean 0. Now customer information part. Here actually we will work with this data set. Suppose the customer has the following details. These are the called input features like salary value is 60 in 1000, credit score 780, loan amount is 5 in lakhs. So customer is like salary is 60, credit is 780, and loan is 5. Okay. Now come to the model learning part. So during training, the model learns how important each feature is. Okay, like weights. It is called weight, and establish a baseline or bias as well. So for let's we assume the feature weight like that. For salary is minus 0.02 and credit score minus 0.01 and loan amount plus 0.80, and assume bias also 5, the positive value. Assuming model learn this value during training. So what does weight mean? Salary weight equals to minus 0.02. That means higher salary usually means less chance of default. If the value is weight of the value is negative, That means is, I mean, the target value and features, the respective feature will behave. I mean, they will move opposite direction. So, I mean, higher salary is less chance of default. So the weight is negative. Similar way, credit score. Higher credit score means customer is more reliable. That's why negative. Loan amount here is positive. That means if the loan amount is high, then the higher risk of default. Okay. Now step 3, calculate contribution and add bias. How? Now the model calculates the contribution of each feature by multiplying the value and respective weight, and then bring in the bias. Here actually we are doing step 3 and 4. So first is salary. The calculation is like weight minus the value of the feature. The salary was 60 and now weight was minus 0.02. But after multiplying, we got the minus 1.2. That means salary reduces the default risk. As I said before, negative means the target value and features move opposite direction. Credit score same, multiply 782 with the weight, got 7 minus 7.8. Loan amount 5. Loan amount was 5 lakh. Yes, 5 lakh. So 5 into weight. So let 4. And bias, we assume that is a 5. Okay. Now we have to add all the values. Okay. Now all the features value and as well as the bias. We have added all the value and got the 0. So that means Z for this Z score for this, not Z score, Z value or raw score for this feature is for this customer is 0. Let's take another customer. The salary is 60, KD is 780. Sorry, this is customer 1, which I already calculated. For this customer, raw score was 0. That means model is uncertain, cannot predict. Right? Now, take customer 2. The salary is 20, credit 500, and loan is 10 lakh. 20 means 20,000. So same way we calculate the raw score and sum all the values and we got a 7.6. Means very high score. Model B believes high chance of default. Previous value was 0 and for customer 2 is 7.6. Again calculate for the customer 3. The salary is 100k, credit is 900 and loan is 2 lakhs. For this customer raw score is minus 4.4. It is very, I mean, negative value. That means low chance of default. Okay. I hope you all understood how the loss could get calculated. And if we apply the Sigmoid function to this value, then we'll get the final probability value for this customer. Okay. So why it is called raw score? Because it is not yet a probability, as I said. It because it can be minus 100, minus 500, 30 or 100, any value possible. Okay, so these value are impossible as probabilities because probability value usually from between 0 and 1, right? So that's why next step in logistic regression is always sigmoid function transformation, so that we can get the actual probability value. So workflow is like that: take the customer data, multiply each feature by its weight, and add all the contribution plus bias, and finally get the raw score and apply the segment function and get the probability value and final prediction whether it's class 1 or 0 based on the probability value. If the probability value close to 1, we assume that this class belongs to 1. Is a value close to 0, then the value will be under class 0. So we can take another example like HR manager. Imagine a company hiring employees. The HR manager gives points like experience is 40, good communication 20, food attendance minus 15, excellent interview plus 80. So total score is 75. The candidate given overall score is 75. This is exactly like the raw score. Okay. The company then applies the rule like score. If the score is 70 above 70%, then we should have high. The same way logistic regression applies the sigma function on top of the raw score. So finally, the raw score is simply a weighted sum of all input features plus a bias. It answers the question like, after considering every feature and how important it is, what is my overall confidence score? Only after this score is calculated does the logic regression convert it to a probability using the sigmoid function. Okay, so this is the actually equation of finding the z value or raw value. So that's all for today, and in the next session I will try to explain how the weight get calculated. Okay, thank you.